Hey, Wagwan. Let me just make sure everything is working, and we are. Welcome, Friday the 13th, my luckiest day. And it was actually a very good lucky day today. I got a lot of things done. I got a haircut, new fresh do, nice fade. That's the better side. This side. I don't know why it's showing this side, but here's the better side. Sorry. I digress. Um, welcome, Artwork by Dutch. I am the ADHD artist, and today I'm not certain if I will start off with anything really ADHD related. I was watching something with Tom Holland explaining how he's sober, and I'm congratulating him on that. Um, it's a journey, kids, adults out there. Used to be a very heavy too drinker back in the college days. And for me, it just began one day where I'm just going to not drink on Sundays. Give the Lord his day. I stopped drinking Sundays, and then I did not drink on Mondays. And then it happened Tuesday, and I just kept doing that week after week. Maybe on a Friday, Saturday, I would imbibe. But what does that have to do with ADHD, Dutch? Well, with that, it helps us with our unmasking. And again, not harping on anything. Tom Holland, I congratulate him on it. I hope he continues on it. He comes from a culture of heavy drinkers, or culture of, and a stressful job as well. So I'm glad he's taking care of himself, his health, etc. And I hope he continues on. I rarely have a drink, now. Family, friends, when I'm together with them. But I had to do it a lot back when I was younger because I had to unmask. The unmasking basically got rid of that person I was, and I'm brought who's talking to you right now out. And I am now, after NLP, fully realized I am Dutch 24/7, 365 days a week. As most people know, you hear Shelby Robertson talk, calls me Carl. I respond by Dutch. 99% of the time, I will respond to Carl, that 1%. When my parents call me that, and friends of mine who I've known beyond my college years. But that unmasking helps. But we shouldn't eat alcohol to unmask. And that's the hard part, because when we're masking, again, I'm trying to come up with something that will tell people I'm at a green level right now, so I'm okay being around you. I'm comfortable around you. I don't have to pretend to be something else. Another category code or orange might be, hey, I'm getting to that point where I'm here in a situation where I don't want to be, and it's making me uncomfortable. This is not the real me you're seeing. This is some facade, that would help somebody who's got ADHD feel better. Being in that situation maybe might help that neurotypical person realize that, I see his orange or her orange. Maybe I won't judge them so harshly because they said something that seemed to be matter of fact, and maybe I should just let them continue on rather than jumping down their throat. And that's what typically happens with us. We say matter of fact things, and we get jumped, down our throat by the person, and we are deemed to them like idiots. And that's hard. And that's the hard part right now, being ADHD, and fully realized is I still will make matter of fact statements. And we all do this as humans, neurotypical folks as well, wishing that they had said things a little bit differently afterwards, but they're able to let it go. That's the difference between a neurodivergent and neurotypical. Neurotypical people will just, I came across, said something bad, stupid, whatever. May dwell on it for a week, but that's fine. They're going to be done with it. Neurodivergent types, we will dwell on it for a month, 6 months later. Something randomly comes up 2 years later, we're thinking about it again. So I'm trying to come up with something that will help. I don't know if it should be like Star Trek pips, t-shirts, a sticker maybe, a wearable magnet that you can just put on, and hopefully will hell, maybe t-shirts might be the way to go. Just so you can put that on and you feel comfortable when you wear it. I don't know if you wear another shirt underneath over it, that might hide the fact. So maybe the pip thing might help. Stickers, a button, who knows? We have to figure out something that will help neurotypical folks feel comfortable all around us. We feel comfortable around them, and will help them understand that we don't think like they do. So let me know. But we're here today. It's Friday the 13th again, my lucky day. I really want to watch the old Friday the 13th TV show. I used to love it to death. But I don't have anything spooky, nothing scary. To me, this day has always been a day of luck for me and my personal exploits. So on that note, please, again, trying to hit 500 by the end of 2023. If we can do it before the end of Dutchtober here, the 31st day, that'd be fantastic. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment.
Do it! Just do it!
That never gets old. All right, let's drive over to my desk, and I'll put some music on for travel, and we will ink Amia. I fixed up some things about her, so let's go. All right, so see Firestar back there. I've not taken it off my desk. Bring down. Please let me know if the sound quality is worse. I'm still playing around with the mic placement. Oops. So again, being ADHD, setting this up really helps maintaining a schedule. So my character, Amia, if you have not checked out the Wayfarer, issue 1 is available in my store, or I have it loaded on Global Comics as well. And I plan on loading the second issue here next month. But nothing beats the physical copy. Now I was playing with the second ear. I like cuttlefish. Cuttlefishes are cute. So her hood and helmet are cuttlefish octopi related. Even though I don't think cuttlefish are octopi. They're another octopods, whatever designation they are. But my comic is loosely based on it's manga related, because I love manga and anime. But I don't like a lot of times when stories where the characters are so OP that they meet an OP villain and then they somehow overcome that limit that they had to, after using their ultimate power. The villain then has their ultimate boss mode, but then somehow the hero miraculously gets a new power set and defeats the villain. You know, like Goku with Frieza. Ichigo and Bleach. So I came up with a set of power sets for magic in this universe. And it's my character seems to be OP, but I've just said I don't like OP characters. But everything is based though in a limit. So so I kind of just delve into the whole power set, kind of loosely based with like Radiant or Black Clover. And, you know, even Naruto itself kind of inspired. But she is a Wayfarer, is a soul traveler on their own, and she is searching for someone on her journey. And while she is doing that, she keeps encountering people who want to assist her at every turn, which causes a little dynamic. And she's a strong, independent woman as well. Originally, she was supposed to be a blonde. When I was first pitched the idea of the character, not the name Amia and Wayfarer, those are my creations, my storyline, but the original storyline that was bounced around between myself and another writer, the writer Jeff Danes. She was supposed to be a blonde, and I was thinking like a Jessica Negri. This is when I was very much into Jessica Negri. When I first came here to Arizona, and I was thinking it would look kind of like her, but it was about also the same time that I had my second daughter, and I'm like, well, who are my kids gonna cosplay as? Because there was a lot of contention with the cosplay community. You know, you can be a White Storm was okay, but people are getting upset when the black character was dressed as Rogue, and you know, black Superman or a black Wonder Woman. So lots of contention. Now, this is probably the most cleavage I ever see from my character. I treat her like she's my daughter, my kid, so I don't overtly draw her anyway. But so the character creation came from my kids. So she looks, so they could dress as her if they wanted to, or any other person. And if you know, a person of another gender or whatever wants to play cosplayer as well, that's cool. I don't care. I would feel honored with that. But yeah, so she's got some amazing powers. In my second issue, and it's kind of a spoiler, we learn about the power set. And magic is something that ordinary citizens can't. It's kind of, if you can think of the quirk system in My Hero, it's kind of similar. And not everybody has magical powers. Just trying to find a template here that might work. And those who are able to manifest more than one ability, I mean, they can do simple things, but your mana is tied to your life force. So the more you use mana, the more you use your life essence, basically. So not everybody can do it. those who can are, usually again royalty. Those people who descended from they're in this. They have elves, and those elves aren't introduced just yet. But those people who use natural magic, and those people who can go beyond their means with their magic power use talismans, and talismans are essence of demons. And it basically amplifies their power, but there's some drawbacks, which will be covered later with the series. And so there, of course, there's licensed magic users and unlicensed, and those people who use talismans, there's their Ministry of Defense, magic, police, etc. And so when people encounter Amia, she is beyond what they know somebody can do. So the mystery deepens, and that's where we go. So we follow the story of that, and who's she looking for gets covered in the 3rd issue. The only thing I haven't really created was the name of this world. It's basically another version of our world, except with magic and magical creatures. It's also, because people can't use magic, it's more of a technological advanced world as well. So there's a lot of cyberpunkiness to it. Basically adding in things I like. Cyberpunk, steampunk. And I was just thinking about it the other day, and I might actually just cut down I had a whole 50-issue arc laid out for this comic. I might cut it down to 25. I know Shelby Robertson's always telling me just to do 10 and be done. But I want to world build, and I want to keep going. But I definitely have a power limiter set, so you can't really do too much. There's not going to be that whole, Bleach or Dragon Ball. Somehow they pull out some additional power sets out of their butt. But I also delve into my personal beliefs of what werewolves are and vampires are. So covering that as well. Demi-humans, things like that. So I might actually cut the issues down, and maybe the big reveal in the 15th one, and then wrap it up in the 10 issues after that. So by 25 be done. I'm also producing, used to be Demon Slayer Jose, and that was way before Demon Slayer made its way to the US. I think the manga may have been released back 2014, 2015. But before it became popular worldwide, that was the name of the story because it fits along with it's a prequel to the Wayfarer. And that one is more based on my love of Green Lantern. Except there's no Demon Slayer core in this. But I've changed the name to Demon Hunter Jose. And it basically starts out with one of the greatest heroes this universe has ever known. Starts the myth, the world building, how magic became available to humans. Because again, before it was only available to those demons, druids, vampires, werewolves, things like that. Those creatures that go bump in the night. The first few pages inked. Is this one that I'm trying to do on my iPad, and I'm not succeeding at it. Because I'm still trying to create the world. So what you see here, her outfit is, I'm trying to do things that are important to me in my life. Give some meaning to it. So this is the Guyanese flag that she's wearing. My parents are from Guyana, South America, a former British colony. So giving them some homage to them. And then also my fraternity, things like that. They're important to me. I've just mingled them into the world. In fact, I even changed a lot of things from demons to incorporate Guyanese folklore. A lot of Caribbean folklore. So this is going to be a lot of fun to do as well. Especially since you've got, folklore from the Philippines. It's becoming very popular now. Lumpia, Trace, the Netflix show. So introducing that to everybody. Because everybody knows about Jamaican culture, but not everybody knows the rest of the West Indies. There's similar. We have similar identities, cultural identities. Guyana is considered part of the West Indies, even though it's a landlocked country. But because of the similarities with the British, the peoples that came from Africa, China, India, have there. So it's very cool when I saw, the Pravat from Spider-Verse. Especially since the best part was when he's talking about this is the stuff the British. And I don't blame the British people. I blame the government, the people. We all get bamboozled by our elected officials. But you have to remember up until a few years, a decade ago or so, the aristocracy ran the country, the world. So I blame the government, and we're seeing that right now play out in the Middle East, Jerusalem, etc. South Africa, what's happening in Guyana right now is British fault as well. British government, I should say. Let's make that Don't blame the rich people. I'm an Anglophile, much to the chagrin of my father. My grandmother was God rest her soul, was a loyal Commonwealther. So I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I understand the humor. The people, the culture, it's how I'm raised. Very British. All right. Probably doing a bit more than I should. Let's see. So I'm looking at my finger right now for reference. Trying to think how this looks. That's this part here. So let's divide in half. Will be the nail. Don't ever let anybody tell you use reference. You're not an artist. I'm sorry, but you are. Reference is crucial. Be it from your own body, somebody else. Photographs you take, even if you have a Pinterest board going, you're using them. So this would be red. This is the black. This would be yellow. We have some white. And then the green symbolize the country. I screwed that up. Oh well. I'll still. Yeah, one artist I'm blown away with his inking. He's been doing the last 2 days is Richard Friend. Wow. If you haven't followed him or seen his channel, go ahead. He's on YouTube, but he's a Facebook friend. And damn, just some great work. Some beautiful blacks. A level I'd love to achieve someday soon. All right. So here we go. Now with our skateboard, this is a device. To get the comic again, get it through my store. I do when I have to finish loading it up, but I loaded it in my Patreon. So if you're not following me on Patreon or Sporter, that's ticketing across. It'd be appreciated if you were to help out and help me keep the lights going on here. Be able to support just one coffee a month. That's about it. Nothing more. I'm not asking for hundreds of dollars. $4, $5. Definitely help. But I also upload images and the comic. So once the comic is done, I'm now uploading the 4th issue right now. I had to stop because I realized I didn't do the dialogue, so I've got to letter it and then load it. But the first few pages are on. I think the first 5 are on my Patreon. And you get to see it first. It's a watered down version of the comic book, so it's not going to be the full frills and everything. It's just a typically near flatted, might be cell shaded and no real special effects. So I want to save that for the comic when I go live and the Kickstarters. But you can read everything, and you get a prize, get to see a lot of the world building videos. You also get the sketch lift, not a term I coined, but that action I created for Photoshop on transferring your line art over to a transparent background and a flat layer added on, so you can do your own flatting. The board, though, I'm not certain. I think I started to write something down. I'll have to look at it. And my daughter's been watching Skate Infinity again and again. I saw it 2 years ago, and I'm thinking I might add something to it. Oh, I think I drew Moko. That's her familiar. I think that's what this image is. But here we are. We're done. All inked. So I appreciate everybody coming by. Come by for day 14. I'm not certain if I'm actually going to stream it or if I'm going to just... I didn't realize the music stopped. If I'm going to stream it or pre-record it and just schedule it and just have it a show, because I'm actually thinking about going to like an Oktoberfest thing. I don't know yet. See a friend's band. That might be what I do tomorrow. So I'm not certain if I'll do this at 4 o'clock, but stay tuned. Never know. I do appreciate everybody though for stopping by and watching. If you watch this afterwards or on the stream later in the day, please remember again to like, subscribe, and follow. And let's have a great day, guys. Have a good weekend. In case I don't see you, take care. Ciao.